this year, 4-1 in the ACC. His only loss was to Cole Matthews, 4-2.
His opponent from Pitt, a redshirt senior from Greenville, Pennsylvania, Cole Matthews.
Greenville, PA, Cole Matthews. Perfect this year against his ACC opponents. Three-time NCAA qualifier. A returning All-American, 5th last year in Detroit. How will Matthews react? He just watched his friend, his longtime teammate, get stuck in OT. The focus of Matthews. Ryan Jack, one of the team captains for NC State. This should be good. The battle at 141.
Cole Matthews, really good
Center.
at being creative when it comes to counterattacks. Ryan Jack likes to shoot an awful lot. However, he has to be very careful and pick his shots very wisely against someone like Cole Matthews, who has very good counterattacks.
Fingers, stay out of it, stay out of it.
But Ryan Jack is going to shoot. He's not afraid.
Busy year for Matthews. He wrestled in the All-Star Classic, traveled to Spain. So initially his plan was not to wrestle early in the year at the Midlands. However, he missed weight by 1/10 of a pound. So Gavin sent him to the Midlands, where he ended up winning the tournament. Gavin said, "You're not getting a break after all," after the missed weigh-in. Cole was fine with that, took care of business. Three-time NCAA qualifier, had that really solid run last year in Detroit, made it all the way to the semifinals before losing to Keshawn Clark of North Carolina, 3-2, and that was after Matthews had defeated Clark back in February. Matthews also had wins against Sebastian Rivera, Real Woods, at that time wrestling for Stanford. 5th place finish last year for Matthews was the highest placing for Pitt in that weight class in Pitt history since Tyler Nauman achieved it back in 2010.
Cole Matthews will lull you to sleep, and then he will explode. You'll be looking at him and say, what? This guy was just moving so slow, but then his fast twitch muscles just explode.
You know, you push the fast forward button, Rock. These two met last year in the same spotlight, the battle for ACC glory. Matthews won at 3-2. Which wrestler has changed the most over the last 12 months, would you say?
I would have to say Ryan Jack. He has decided to buy into the coaches, not prick against the thorns. He said, I'm going to believe you coaches. I'm going to do what you say. And they've noticed it by making him team captain.
Look at some of the changes for Jack. He didn't ride a lot of people last year, and that's the first priority coming into this new season. He's been able to do that. He's in much better shape. And Papalizio was up front. He said maybe one of the better events that happened to Jack, even though it stung short-term, but long-term success, was having the disappointment at Nationals a year ago.
Probably. Losing does motivate you. But Sean, doesn't it feel like there's still like a hush after that last match where we're still trying to just reconnect?
Yes, there is that eerie calmness right now inside Reynolds. Kevin Jack, Ryan's older brother. Boy, he was a fun one to watch. Second all-time in program history, over 100 career wins. But I'll tell you what, it's night and day with the two brothers and their style of wrestling.
You're right. Similar to like his brother, they kind of crowd up and then try to get wrist control, finger control, and then stand up. And that's something that Cole Matthews does. He hooks the ankle to try and get the leg in. So he's hooking the ankle to try and get that right leg in. He's going to lift that leg up to try and get that leg in. And Jack's doing a good job of fighting it off.
Stay in here. One green, two green, three green, four green.
Good ride right here. Just being patient
I got your
and knowing
line.
what he has to do. He's lowering the ankle, and he's extending the ankle and keeping the pressure on the shoulders, leaning forward.
Still in.
This is all about folk-style wrestling control. Good job. You see the quickness there? He did not let Jack get out.
Got 58, guys, 58.
One of the things that Cole Matthews has learned, and he said he tries to do, is always be calm. You can't tell where he is. You can't tell if he's exhausted. You can't tell if he's excited.
Doesn't he mirror the approach of his coach so much? I mean, you look at their demeanor, their body language, how they conduct themselves. Keith Gavin, Cole Matthews. And Matthews was big for Gavin. He was one of the first key recruits that he brought in, and the success that he has had, getting caught a little bit high and out of position here. And Matthews would bail out and just give up the one before that got really dicey.
Just being aware of where you are. Just knowing, am I in a position where I can continue to hold here, or just I need to just cut bait?
Center.
Found out just how tough Matthews was
Guys, get out of those
a couple
fingers.
of years ago. We
Short
both
time
knew
here.
covering the Nationals that he was injured. We didn't know
guys, short.
the severity of his injury until after the tournament. It was released that he was wrestling with a torn ACL. So he went through the repair after the Nationals a couple of years ago. He was fully healthy for Keith Gavin last year, and he produced the All-American finish, and he has even higher aspirations this season, and rightfully so.
He should.
Green, you're set.
24 seconds
Red, cover.
is with the time
Set.
that Cole Matthews needs to get out to keep the riding time. And he got under 2 seconds. I mean, I don't know if Jack even tried to keep him down. But this is what happened last year in the finals. It went down to this last crazy scramble that Cole Matthews was able to come out on top. So right now, you see the score being 1-1. Cole Matthews has riding time.
Stay out of the fingers.
And if nothing happens and no score happens for the rest of this period, Cole Matthews will win the match because he has riding time. He has 1 minute and 22 seconds, meaning that that's going to be a point. So at this point here, so Matthews is just going to continue to hold position. Just know nothing really happens because Jack doesn't want to create too much offense because Cole Matthews is really good at reattacks.
Warning, green. Green was blocking.
Warning on Matthews. That's his first stall call. Tied at 1, but with the riding time for Matthews, Jack needs the takedown in the closing 30 seconds.
And Jack needs to get center. Because with his back out like that, now this is where he wants to be. He wants to be here. And so look at it. So smart wrestling here. Cole Matthews says, I'm not going to shoot you out. I'm just going to make sure that you can't shoot me out.
Short time.
One last push for Jack.
He's going to look for a throw here. He's going to try an inside trip.
3.
Nothing there. Another championship for Cole Matthews. Typical Cole Matthews match. Controlled, never really in danger, but does enough and wins an ACC championship.
Cole Matthews, just like he did last year, a 1-point win against Jack in 2022. It's a 1-point win here in Raleigh tonight. A 2-time ACC champ. The very first recruit in Gavin's initial class. And he heads to Tulsa with all sorts